Good afternoon again. I'm Leon Bibb. This is Kaleidoscope, and so we begin with Dr. Martina Moore of Moore Counseling and Mediation Services. Good to have you with us, Dr. Moore.
It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, tell me, what is it that Moore Counseling and Mediation Services does?
We provide outpatient mental health and substance abuse services to employees of various organizations and as well as to individuals in the community.
That's a big job, isn't it, in Greater Cleveland?
It is a very large job.
Yeah. What kind of services do you provide? How do you help them who are dealing with mental health issues or substance abuse issues?
Well, it depends on the way that they come to us, but we have various programs, such as we have our employee assistance programs, where we are actually work with area businesses, and the businesses, they contract with us and they refer their employees to us for confidential counseling services. And then we also have a service line that's our intensive outpatient services for substance abuse. And we have contracts with the area courts where we actually go into many of the jails and we complete assessments and we will complete diagnoses and recommend levels of care for individuals. And it's to help people in lieu of being in prison, but to actually get the assistance that they need.
Yeah. When you deal with somebody who's got a substance abuse problem, you not only have to get them off that substance abuse, you try to find out, how'd you get there?
Absolutely.
Where do you begin?
Yeah.
With that kind of a counseling?
Well, the first step is to identify the problem, and then once we identify the problem, we begin to develop a rapport with them and find ways to motivate them to want to be sober first. And then later we can find out, okay, how did you get here? Where did you start? And we begin to work with them on what's called a treatment plan in order to find ways to work with them to remain sober.
Yeah. You deal with domestic violence issues as well?
We do.
Or is that all is that oftentimes part of the whole thing?
Oftentimes it's part of it, not always, but it is part of it sometimes. And we actually work with the offenders of domestic violence with helping them not to reoffend.
How many locations do you work out of?
We have 6 locations. Our main location is in Euclid, and then we have locations in Lorain County, Akron, as well as in Canton.
Can somebody just call you and get started?
Yes,
I mean, there may be somebody out there sitting on the couch or on the side of the bed watching us right now who says, I've got a problem.
Yep.
And I'm dealing with this, and I need Leon and Martina, I need to get some help.
Absolutely. They can call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we're there to help.
Is that phone number, that 404-1900?
Yes, sir.
That's a direct line?
That's a direct line.
216-404-1900.
Yes.
Or you can go to morecounseling.com for more information on everything we're talking about.
Yes.
But if they made that phone call right now, somebody would be on the other end of that line.
Someone would answer that phone.
What do you do when they call? Where do you start?
We thank them for calling. We tell them that we understand how hard it was to make that phone call, and then we immediately begin to address their needs.
You've got a PhD.
Yes.
In all of this, huh? What got you into this kind of work? When did you see a need, and why did you see a need?
I saw the need almost over 30 years ago. My father is a recovering alcoholic and drug addict, and he went into treatment when I was in high school. And I learned from him what it was like to be an alcoholic, but to also get sober and live a life. And now he's one of my best friends. And we have a great relationship. And so I wanted to give back and help others to be able to have that same opportunity.
Before he got clean and sober, when you were living in the house with your dad and he was struggling with this, he had a problem.
He had a problem.
But you had a problem too, didn't you?
I did.
It affected everybody else in the house.
It affected the entire system, and that's why we work with the entire family system. Our entire system was sick. And when we all got healthy, then we helped one another, and now we help others.
What do you envision for your organization, Moore Counseling and Mediation Services?
Well, right now we've expanded, and we want to continue to expand nationally as well as regionally. We also want to expand more. But our main goal is to really find the need and develop the programs around the need. So if it means that the need is here in Central Ohio, and that's where we stay, in Northeast Ohio, then that's what we do. But I believe that there's more of a need, and I want to continue to educate others on how to do that.
Do you ever have clients who come to you and say, Martina Moore, I just don't know where to begin. I don't know how to stop the violence around me. I don't know how to stop the substance abuse that I may be dealing with, or I don't know how to stop the other person in my life who's involved in that. And you listen. Do they come to you sometimes and just say, I don't even know where to begin.
We do. We get people at their weakest moments, and usually when an individual comes to us, they're at their weakest moments. And so we try to empower them when they're at that weakest moment to let them know that there is hope. Because when you know there's hope and that you can do it, then it motivates you to continue the process.
You see them at the other end of the pipeline sometimes, and I shouldn't use that word because I didn't mean it like that. You see them at the other end of the line
Exactly.
when they come out of the situation.
Right, right. And that's the greatest thing to see. Once they're healthy, once they're healed, once they're really working a program, and they come back to me years later and say, thank you. They may have been angry with me at that first point, but then at a later point, they're very elated.
Your dad, he's one of those kinds of people.
He's one of those people. Yes, he is.
How's he doing now? Okay.
He's doing well. He's
Yeah.
doing very well. He just, him and I laugh because now he's involved in the church and just doing so much now. So it's such a great opportunity to be able to see it.
This is a huge, huge problem in the greater Cleveland area, in Northeast Ohio.
It is huge in Northeast Ohio.
It's huge everywhere in the United States,
It
isn't
is, it is, but it's huge for us. And there's people out there that are suffering and they need the help. So if they're hearing us, I just want them to know that they can call us. They can call today.
And that phone number is 404-1900 in the 216 area code. Somebody will pick up right now if you make that call.
And we'll answer.
Okay, good deal. Many thanks, Dr. Martina Moore of Moore Counseling and Mediation Services. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
God bless you for what you do.
Thank you.
Tell your dad we said hello also.
I will.
Glad he's doing okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to take a break. This is Kaleidoscope. I'll be right back.